Hi, this is Minahil Fatma, and today we have one of the Pakistan's famous lawyer, Tania Bazai, with us. Assalamu alaikum, ma'am.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good too. We'll start with the fact that you are a lawyer and you are oftenly criticized heavily by the nationalist political groups and representatives. How do you see that? Why do you think you are itna heavily criticized by the such groups?
Manahil, there are a lot of reasons. There are a lot of obstacles, especially when you belong to Balochistan. You know, the cultural, the norms, the enriched norms and cultures, you have to face a lot. And the reason is when a Pashtun girl from such a, you can say, deprived or such a backward area, she comes and she gives her opinion, or she talks sense, then the people or the or the native of the or the natives or the inhabitants of that area, it's very you can say they cannot tolerate such things when they cannot see a woman with opinion, they cannot see a woman with a mind, with a good mind. So for the first time in the history of Balochistan, as I also belong to a tribal system, when I came on social media, when I told the truth regarding Balochistan, when I told them that this is the positive face of Balochistan, because has the Balochistan is portrayed very negatively worldwide and nationwide. So when I came with the positivity, when I came with the good news, when I came with the as I'm originally from Balochistan, so I know the ground realities of Balochistan much more than the person who can talk about Balochistan. Yeah. So when I started my opinions, when my perspective regarding Balochistan, they started criticizing me, because when you start telling truth, when you start telling the ground realities of that area you belong to, then the Sardars, the Waderas and the Nationalists, they cannot tolerate such things, because in our society, in our cultural society, which is very enriched, still in Balochistan you can say that the woman, they are not given that you can say significance or importance, because it's a male dominant society, the tribal system, the cultural system. So this is the reason that I broke all that stereotypes. I came and I gave my perceptions. This is the reason that now they always like criticize me. They pressurize my family. Several times they have pressurized my family that to warn me not to talk or give my narratives on Balochistan. Still, I think I don't care about anything, because if I am the voice of many women there. As you know, Manahil, that the famous incident happened a few months before in Balochistan, the honor killing. You know that that outrage and it got the international coverage. Yeah. Yes. So this is not the first story. It just came on social media, it got viral. We have several examples like this. The patriarchy system, the cultural system, the tribal system. Woman has no access to education. Woman has no access to marry. If she likes someone, she cannot tell that she wants to marry that person. So still there are a lot of obstacles in Balochistan. There are a lot of problems for women as a male dominant society. I, being Pashtun, being from a Kakar tribe, I tried my level best to get out of Balochistan, although my family was pressurized a lot that Islamabad is a liberal state, liberal you can say city. How our Pashtun girl can go there and work there and pursue her career. Despite all that obstacle and stereotypes, my mother was my biggest supporter, and today I'm sitting here in front of you and talking like this. This all credit goes to my mother.
You just mentioned about your journey from Balochistan to Islamabad. I would like you to tell our viewers, how was that journey? That changed that journey?
Manahil, that journey wasn't that easy, because the people of Balochistan, they are still, when it comes to women, when it comes to rights of women, whether it's education, whether it's working, whether it's profession, still they are very, very backward. So it would take a lot of time to divert their mind. So it took 4 years. I fought for 4 years continuously that I'll go to Islamabad and pursue my career. Although all my relatives had objections, they raised so many questions. For them, Islamabad is a liberal city, and they think that in Islamabad there's a lot of freedom for women. She can do anything. But still, my family, I fought with my family that I want to go, I want to pursue my career, and I want to do something for my province, Balochistan, and I want to be voice of my Baloch and Pashtun women who are deprived of their basic rights, whether it's inheritance, whether it's education, whether it's marrying a man of your own choice, whether it's all other social issues. So this was the reason that after you can say a very strong battle, I reached to this level, and this credit goes to my mother.
So if we talk about the critiques, they allege you that you, by choice, you just heard their sentiments, Pashtun sentiments and the Balochi sentiments, and what they call that you run a propaganda narrative against them. How do you see that, and how you want to register that?
I think when you are talking sense, when you are talking with the strong perception and you have strong opinion, that is not that I am criticizing them. For me, Pashtun is as respectable as Baloch is, because I belong to that province. So for me, all are equal. What is that I am portraying a very, very positive image of my Balochistan, okay? Because Balochistan has been portrayed very negatively from last so many years. When it comes to missing persons, when it comes to Baloch genocide, which itself is a very biggest scam, there is nothing like that. When it comes to the many organizations which are working in Balochistan, where they claim that we are facing genocide, no, it's not true. There is nothing like that. I am from Balochistan. I would be the perfect person to tell what's going on in Balochistan. So when we show the positive image of our province, then of course our enemies and the people who are against this country, they go against us and they talk against us and they criticize on us. But such things, they cannot, you can say, lower our morale, or they cannot harm our morale. We have very strong morale, and we are working for our country, Pakistan. And as you know, on social media from last so many years, it has been portrayed that from the Baloch separatists and from the people who are working on separatist Balochistan, they always say that Balochistan is not Pakistan. So people like us, like patriotic Pakistani who are from Balochistan, we are here to tell people that yes, Balochistan is Pakistan, and Balochistan is nothing without Pakistan.
Many social media accounts, especially the ones which are active in Balochistan right now, are heavily targeting you. What's the reason, do you think? Again, I'm asking this question. What exactly the reason do you think that it is that they are actively, you know, criticizing you, irrelevant of the fact that you are from Balochistan?
You know, the biggest warfare these days is the information warfare.
Yeah.
We will never go with the nuclear warfare. We will never go with the kinetic warfare. We will go with the most strongest warfare we are fighting these days is information warfare. The more your information is strong, the more you are conveying your narrative on social media, the more you are strong.
Yeah.
So everything is relied upon social media these days. The accounts you are talking about, 99% accounts who are criticizing me, which are on the name of Baloch, they are generally operated, and the handlers are from India, UAE, and they're sitting there and criticizing us. So I always experienced that the criticism comes from fake accounts. So it's better not to answer them, it's better not to give them any response, as the accounts are fake. And we know that who are the handlers of these accounts, who are working on separatist Balochistan, who are working against our country on anti-state narrative. So for me, such things doesn't matter. The more you are criticized, the more you get famous, and such things should not be given focus. The focus should only be your narrative, your opinion, and information warfare.
You're often also labeled as pro-establishment. Do you think that you are aligned with such institutions of our state, or do you think that it's just a misrepresentation of your position right now?
When you talk in favor of your country, if I'm talking in favor of Pakistan, if I'm talking in favor of my Pak army, it doesn't mean that I should be labeled as I'm working for any of the organizations related to our intelligence or agencies. In Balochistan, the most, you can say, the sad part, unfortunately, when you talk in favor of your country, you are labeled as agent.
Yeah.
You are labeled as you are maybe from any other, you are related or correlated to any of the organizations of XYZ. So this is a dilemma. You cannot divert their mind. It will take some time. It will take, because we can say in Balochistan people are negative when it comes to Pakistan, when it comes to you can say when we talk in favor of Pakistan. But the reason is that people like us, people like me and my all like colleagues who are pro-Pakistani, we will always talk in favor of our country. We will show them that we are with Pakistan no matter whatever happens. So I have been labeled so many times that I may be agent of any of the XYZ, but it's not true. If you are living in this country, so this country should be your first priority and preference.
Critics also argue that you selectively focus on the Pashtun problems or the Balochi problems, and you just do not register any other problems of any other part of Pakistan. How do you see that?
Yeah, very good question. I always, you highlighted the two tribes, yeah, Pashtun and Baloch. If you see the history, these two tribes, they always try for the, they want independent state. Whether it's Azad Balochistan, whether we call it Larubar or something like Janubi Pashtunkhwa. So these two are the only tribes who always, you can say, they are struggling for independence. They are struggling in their protest, where you see the social media. If you see the nationalist of these both tribes, they will always talk about separatist state. They will always provoke their people for to establish something beside Pakistan, which is not possible. That's the reason that we never ever discussed Sindhi or Punjabi in our conversations or whatsoever. But Baloch and Pashtun, they are the people who always have dreamed, because they have nationalists, they always follow, they are a follower of cult, you know. Pashtun and Baloch are the only tribes who follow cult. Whereas Punjabi and Sindhi, they will never follow a cult. So when you are a cult follower, what you do is you first dream of a separate homeland, which is not possible, because it's the threat for the sovereignty and national security and writ of your country. So this is the reason that we have always highlighted and focused on Pashtun and Baloch. We do not believe on Azad Balochistan. We do not believe on Azad Pakhtunkhwa. We are with Pakistan. We will die with Pakistan.
Some activists also claim that you don't have any right to talk about the CPEC and you support the resource exploitation in Balochistan. How do you see that, and how do you want to register that as well? How
can I not talk about CPEC if I am from Balochistan, if I am the inhabitant of Balochistan, if my family lives in Balochistan? I have the right to talk about CPEC and every issue that relates to Balochistan. And as I am very close to China, I have visited China 4 times as a state guest. So how am I not liable or entitled to talk on CPEC in Balochistan? If Mahrang Baloch, she is not even from the Gwadar, she is from some other district in Balochistan. If she can sit on CPEC and threat Chinese that no one can invest here, or she threatens people, she is not from Gwadar, then me, I am from Balochistan. How I am not entitled to talk on Gwadar? I have all the right, all the privileges to talk on Gwadar and raise the issues. We know China has huge investment in Gwadar. What we say, one argument is, if Americans can work in Balochistan, if Australians and Canadian companies can work, why can't Chinese work? Why are Chinese forbidden to work there? Why Chinese have threats there? So I have always favored and talked in favor of China as their investment in CPEC. They have huge investment. So we have very good relation with China and we have friendly relation. This is the reason that I always interfere in Gwadar, and I will in future too.
Finally, how would you like to be perceived by the Pashtun and Balochi communities who feel targeted by your statements?
Not all of them are targeted, who are on anti-state agenda, who are working with anti-state narratives. They are against me, not all of them. The sensible is not against me. The person who has no sense, they think that this that working on separation or separatist movement, such movements have ever failed in the past. If you see the movements in the past, no one have succeeded so far. So the only reason that they are against me, that I'm portraying the positive image of Balochistan. I have portrayed that there is no such missing persons, there is no genocide, nothing. It's all a social media propaganda. It's all a paid propaganda. Nothing is, you can say, real in this.
If you talk about Mahrang Baloch, her statements in support of Fitna al-Hindustan is on public yet, and yet she says that the cases against her from the government is false. How do you see that, and how would you react to it?
If the cases are false or fabricated or frivolous, what she is doing inside? The High Court judges, Balochistan High Court judges gave statement on this, that she has been involved in Jafar Express. And when the terrorists, they got eliminated, she reached the hospital, and she even stole 3 to 4 terrorists, their dead bodies. What she was doing with the dead bodies of those terrorists, what she was doing with them. So everyone knows Mahrang's father, that Ghafar Lang, he was one of the main notorious commander of PLA, Fitna al-Hindustan, and he was killed within the fight with the Fitna al-Hindustan. And even the flag on the graveyard of her father is of separatist Balochistan. So how can she claim that she is innocent, or she is deprived of, this state, the state of Pakistan, being, she is daughter of a terrorist who always worked against Pakistan, who always worked on separatist Balochistan, who killed so many Punjabis in Balochistan. Still, the state of Pakistan is so humble and kind that they made her, that she is now a doctor on scholarship. Who made her a doctor, MBBS doctor on scholarship? The state of Pakistan. Her one sister is a lawyer. So beside from a terrorist background, has her father, forefather, uncles, all were in Fitna al-Hindustan. They worked against Pakistan. Everything is evident. Even one of her relative, the video is on social media, that her father got killed within the inside fight with the Fitna al-Hindustan. Then how can she claim that she is innocent? What was she doing with the dead bodies of those terrorists of Jafar Express? What was her agenda on this? And if you see her protests and speeches and the way she addresses, she always talks against Pakistan. She always talks against our security officials. She always talks about, you can say, she defames our, you can say, our army, our officials, security officials. Does she has a right to say all this? Even though she is a government doctor, she's taking the salary, okay? She is taking all the perks and privileges from the government of Balochistan. Beside all these perks and privileges, she all the time, what she criticizes, and she's on the anti-state narrative. And we all know that on whose agenda she is working. She has been funded by different embassies and NGOs, and we have the proofs. Only in 2026, $2 million has been given to her, to the BYC, to work against Pakistan. We have all the proofs against her. Mahrang is not daughter of Mukesh Ambani or Ratan Tata or Prince Karim Aga Khan. Okay? Mahrang is a daughter of a terrorist, and a daughter of a terrorist will follow the footsteps of the father, of course. But the fathers do, the daughter and the son will do the same. So portraying Mahrang innocent, deprived, no one is deprived. If you have 2 hands, 2 legs, you have eyes, you are not deprived. You can work hard. What these girls are doing, they all are into shortcuts. You know shortcuts, just to line up and earn money through different ways. This is the reason that Mahrang has defamed Pakistan, and she will remain inside. The last order by the Balochistan High Court also mentioned her as a terrorist, and she has been mentioned as a terrorist in every order, every judgment of the court. And a judge is not a layman. A judge is a man with brain. He has that brain and legal acumen to name or label anyone terrorist. So the terrorist father has a terrorist daughter.
We are talking about terrorism in Pakistan. To what extent do you think the terrorism is in Pakistan, terrorism by Fitna al-Khawarij and Fitna al-Hindustan has been controlled following the closure of Pakistan-Afghanistan border?
Yes, the intelligence-based operations conducted in Balochistan from last 6 months are remarkable. They are, you can say, they have reached the level they wanted. One of the notorious commanders of Fitna al-Hindustan has been eliminated in last 6 months, which is one of the biggest success for Balochistan and the security officials. And we appreciate their, you can say, operations on daily basis. Thousands of operations has been conducted already in Balochistan, and a lot of thousands of terrorists has already been eliminated. Now, after Iran, when the Iran was attacked, you can say their you can say circle has been now, you can say, come to, like we are very close to them. Now they have the hostages in Afghanistan. We know that Afghanistan has been used for terrorism against Pakistan, and we know that we are there where the BLA camps, and they are operating in Afghanistan. We are very near to them. The last 6 months in Balochistan are very, very important for us, and you will see them that the Fitna al-Hindustan will be completely eliminated. Now the focus is all on Afghanistan, not Iran. First they have hostages in Iran, then Afghanistan. But now all the operations and trainings are done, and the BLA camps are established in Afghanistan. We are very close to them, especially to the main commanders of the Fitna al-Hindustan. Inshallah, Balochistan will prosperous, and Balochistan will be progressive.
Inshallah. If we talk about the facts, last year over 90,000 operations were conducted in Balochistan, in which more than 700 terrorists from Fitna al-Hindustan and Fitna al-Khawarij were eliminated. Do you think the situation in Balochistan has been improved now?
The law and order situation is remarkable. I mean, the current government in Balochistan is doing a great job. From last many months, we have seen Balochistan is in a peaceful situation. Like after Jafar Express, we haven't noticed or observed any of the terrorist activity of that kind. So now if you see, the law and order situation in Balochistan has been controlled, and we appreciate this, because now the activities, if you say the terrorist activities are not of that high tendency, they are very low at some regional level, or they are controlled. And this all credit also goes to our security officials, our intelligence based operations. We are like using all the technology to locate them. We are using all our, you can see, cyber technology or warfare to locate them, to eliminate them, and to finish them.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.